There will be lot of early clinical exposure, these classes. Every department will do this. Okay. So, what is this actually? Early clinical exposure is a cornerstone of the competency-based medical education. That is now you are undergoing CBME education by NMC. They have proposed it, you are going through that curriculum, and in that curriculum, this is one of the topic. Every year it will be, every phase you have to go through this ECE. Okay. So, it aims to integrate basic science with clinical context. You will be relating physiology with clinical conditions. Okay. And ECE refers to the introduction of clinical experience early in the medical curriculum. Previously, it was not in the first stage. It started from the second stage. Say, whenever you got this white coat and the statue, some change came into you, isn't it? Some attitude you have developed because of this. So similarly, if you start by now the how to do medical practice, so you will be given a medical condition and then you have to find out what is the problem in the body. So this condition will be placing to you, patient condition, you have to correlate with physiology. When it is the course of biochemistry, you have to correlate with biochemistry. You have to correlate with chemistry. You have to correlate with pharmacology. In that way, it will be going on. Okay. Objective: bridge the gap between preclinical and clinical learning. So there should be some association, physics with biochemistry, physics with pharmacology, physiology with pharmacology, physiology with pathology. So this link you can establish from here. Motivate the students, okay, by showing the relevance of subjects like anatomy, physiology and biochemistry in patient care. Develop empathy. What is the difference between sympathy and empathy? Suddenly, you got injury. What I'll say, oof, you got injury. Oh, this is sympathy. Oh, and empathy? I place myself here, as if I am injured. Now, what is my condition? So, whenever you see a patient, they are having certain problems, the mental condition. So you place yourself to the patient as if you are a member of the patient family. Then you think, assess their condition. This is called empathy. Then you will be able to realize their problem. You have to be empathetic. Nowadays, we are not empathetic. That is the problem. That is the problem lies in between doctor and patient. If any patient asks you, sir, what is this drug for? Are you a doctor? I will tell, are you a doctor? But it is my duty. See, this is, he will discuss. First, I have to develop confidence so that he can or she can share her problem with her. And I assured her, your problem that you are telling me, it will be kept confident within me. I will not spread it to others. Okay, that confidence I will develop through conversation, through communication, very essential. Otherwise, if communication is not proper, how she will communicate? How the patient will communicate her condition? So I have to make communication. For communication, better communication, I have to develop confidence in it. I have to develop a respectful relationship. I have to respect the patient also. Okay, I have certain duties to a patient. I have certain duties to the community. So that has to be remembered. Otherwise, there will be conflict, which is going on. So, motivate the students, develop empathy and communication skills in early training promotes self-directed and reflective learning. Suppose I have given a problem, you learn something. To assess the patient's condition, you have to learn something. So this learning will go on. Foster professionalism and ethical understanding. There are different types of everything. Here, ECE will be conducted in the class. We will bring some situation here and we will be assessing. And there is another, you will directly go to the hospital. There you will directly see the patient. Then here everything will be demonstrated and discussed there. Second phase you will be doing it. And there is community-based exposure. Now you are already, you will be going, the seniors are, you have also started going to community. Family adoption program, so you will be starting it. Every student has to adopt a family. And if their well-being, everything, you will be with them. You will be counseling them, their problem you will be addressing. You will be, if anybody is suffering, they will be bringing them to the hospital for the treatment. So this family adoption program will be there. And it has got a educational significance. So what is this? Integrative learning, integration with various streams and contextual understanding. What is this? Help students understand why they are learning specific physiological and biochemical mechanisms. Okay, I have got certain, somebody is coming, his blood is not clotting. Lot of blood is, when there is injury, lot of blood is lost. What is the reason? So, detailed mechanism you have to know, so that you will be able to understand. Increased retention of knowledge and experience, skill development and attitude building. Whatever attitude you brought with you here for this profession, change it. Forget it. Develop a new attitude. So by training, you have to develop it. If you want to be a good clinician. That's all for today.